A penny for your thoughts? How about some pennies for the album fills? It's double duty day on 5 Roll Friday. What is up, Silver Squad? It is Trevor coming at you on a beautiful Friday afternoon. I have 5 rolls of pennies, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So let's get this party started and kick the weekend off right with YouTube's only series dedicated to building your silver and copper stack and coin collection 5 rolls at a time. I'm especially hyped for this week's 5 Roll Friday because I'm going to do a little bit of double dipping. As you remember, I'm going to start doing a penny album fill, so we're going to run 5 Roll Friday with a little bit of a fill. Unfortunately, I'm not even going to be able to touch the bottom 2 books because, as you know, we give away everything of value and with the 5 rolls that we search, and everything older than 1982 will certainly go to the viewers. But we'll get a decent start to our album fill. I'm positive of that as well. So let's get to cracking. I'm going to open up roll number 1, and I will bring you back in as soon as I find something good. All right, we are through roll number 1. Your pile is on the left. My pile is on the right. We are going to have 8 copper pennies that we're going to throw into these finds. We've got a couple of 1984s that we're going to check for the doubling. And then I don't know how well you can see this, and this is a 1991 that is a little off struck. And I'm going to throw that into the under the scope here as we look at it. But you can see the off balance there, which is kind of cool. So I think I'm going to throw that in here too. We will investigate under the scope a little bit more because I think I can see a crack there on the right hand side. Probably where the original die was supposed to be struck. So, kind of interesting for a 1991, as I said. So, we will get into roll number 2 and see if we can add to both piles. Okay, roll number 2 is done. Again, my pile there for the binders on the right. Your pile here on the left, we have 6 more copper pennies, including a 1960 D that'll be going to the lucky winner. And then we got some checkers, some 84s, 99s, and 83 they'll be checking to see if they're worth anything extra. So put these to the side. We'll get the scope ready later on. But now it's time for us to get into roll number 3. Roll number 3 is complete, and there is my pile for the binder. And your pile. All these top here are, of course, the copper brand. We also did find a 2009 capital, as well as a 1967, 68, and
69!
Ace's favorite number. That's right. And then just a couple of checkers here, too, on the bottom. We'll check for the wide AM on the 2000, and also check those 84s. So let's crack into roll number 4 and see what we can find. Roll number 4 is complete, and I've got a little pile here going for my binder, so we'll see what happens with the albums. And here's another pile for you. Some more copper, including 2...
69!
There you go, Ace. 2 more 69s, and a couple 84s to check as well. So let's wrap this up. Let's get into roll number 5. Hopefully we can find something good. And that's all she wrote, folks. So after the smoke has settled, even though I had a little bit of a coin explosion there, I'll have these to go through for the first additions to the penny binders. From that roll, we have pretty much all copper here. Everything from 67 to a really nice looking 75. So I will get these off to the side. We will scope all of these just to make sure that things are looking good. And I will point out anything that seems a little bit interesting to me. We've got the rest of the copper there and the checkers and, of course, that 2009 Capitol building to throw in. So, No Wheaties, no Indian heads, but no problem. Got plenty of copper, and we've got some checkers. Let's get over to the scope and see what we can find. Alright, I have no idea what the odds of this happening are, but I have two ace specials here, 1969 Ds, and we are going to check for the no FG. On the penny, the FG is going to be just to the right of the memorial, right by the steps there. And I am certainly not seeing it. The FG would be right in here, and I'm not even seeing bubbling on this one. Rotate it around a little bit just for good measure. See if the sun catches it, and I'm not seeing it at all. So there's the first one. And here's the second one that I just threw under the scope. Same spot. There is a little bit of damage there, but even rotating it around, I am not seeing an F or a G. Like I said, there's a little bit of damage here, there's a scratch, but there is no bubbling, there's no roundness, I guess you would call it, of a G. So I'm going to call these no FGs. Now just for good measure, I'm going to throw another one up here so you can see what it should look like when that G is there. That's a terrible example. I'm just grabbing these off the pile here. But the FG would be right there. Now even on this one, you can see where the FG shows up. We're not seeing that on those other ones at all. So I'm going to call us two 1969D no FGs. Pretty cool. Alright, so here's this 1991 penny that I was talking about earlier that looked like it was off struck a little bit. If we move over to the Liberty side over here and we kind of follow this rim around, you'll notice that the rim starts to get thicker and thicker, and just above the R here it kind of cracks. I think this was just off struck a little bit in the way it is. As you notice that it starts almost at a point over that R and gets wider and wider, that crack between the two rims there, and comes all the way back around by the 1991 along the bottom until it kind of stops there as well. Following that around, comes on almost to a point again under Lincoln's shoulder there, and then we're back to the Liberty. So pretty interesting coin. I'll slob this up and we'll throw it in. Certainly is off struck, but we also have somewhat of a rim error as well. So interesting find for sure. All right, well, before we get to the final 5-Roll Friday recap, I just wanted to show you what we're looking at here, all sorted out for the rest of those pennies that'll go into the book. So as you can see, starting up here at the top, we've got the 80s, starting with 83, because everything that I had in these rolls, 82 and older, were all copper. So those all went back to the winner here. Only a couple of holes, really, from 5 rolls. It was kind of interesting. We're missing a 1995 penny. We're also missing the 2009, but that's, of course, because of the commemoratives that we give to the 5-Roll Friday finds anyway. So we'll be able to do some damage with these books here. The unfortunate thing is that the newest book that I have only goes to 2013. So we'll fill in those spaces, and then we'll also go through the 2014 through the 21s here to pull out the best P's and D's, just to save for the next book that comes out. So I'm going to sort through these. I will fill in the book with the best example from each year and mint, and I'll show you what we have, and then we'll go into the final 5-Roll Friday breakdown. Thanks. All right, well, that's it for our first album fill. What I've got up here on the top are the leftovers that don't fit into this book. Everything from 2014 through 2021. The best example of each of the years there. Starting out here, you'll see that we're starting with 1983. He's got a couple of holes there. Still looking for a 1986 and a 1987. A couple holes up here yet. Looking for that 89D, 90, 92, 93, the 95s, and a regular 96, along with a 2002, 2003, 2004, 5, the 2006D, 2017 or 2007, 2008, and then those 2009s that, of course, I'm going to have to find on my own, and then a regular 2013. But really, for 5 rolls of pennies, after giving away as much as we are for the copper, we're off to a really good start in terms of filling this book. So the next time we come back for an album fill, it'll be on my own terms. We'll be going through some of the old unrolled coins that I have to start filling in this book as well as the earlier date books. So I'm excited for that. I'm going to put this away and we will do the 5-roll Friday wrap up, and I'll get you on your way to the weekend. All right, well, today was one of those rare days where the scope was actually pretty good to us. Of course, we got that 2009 Capital Commemorative to go along with almost a full roll of copper pennies. And then we found the fun stuff, that 1991 that has that rim error, the offset punch, and that rim separation, as well as the two 1969D no FGs. Even though we didn't find any Wheaties, no Indian heads, and only one of those 2009s, still better than a stick in the eye for sure. In fact, finding two 1969D no FGs is certainly worth 2 claps and a Ric Flair. And of course, all of these coins can be yours. All you need to do is be subscribed to the MySilverSquad channel, like this video, and leave a positive comment below. On Monday, September 13th at noon Central, I will log into the YouTube random comment picker and choose a lucky winner for this week's haul. Last night, Jeff and Ace had a great $50 hunt. DT, I think, is home from vacation, so be tuning in to see what shenanigans he's up to this week. And be sure to click that bell notification icon so you never miss out on a MySilverSquad live stream or video upload. Folks, it's been a lot of fun today. Thanks for bearing with me for this longer video because of the penny album fill that we started today, as well as a couple of trips back to the scope. So until Monday, when we choose a winner, I leave you with this. Remember, folks, all coins matter, and so do you. Boomski.